You know how sometimes you re so tired of people treating you like garbage that you start digging for dirt on them? Well, that's exactly what happened to me. And what I found out will make you laugh. It all started when I put my house up for sale. First thing I did was contact the HOA and tell them I was selling. Their president, a man named Peterson, told me I had to get the house up to code before I could sell it. Apparently, my basketball hoop didn't meet the HOS aesthetic standards. They wanted me to tear it down. But I wasn't about to let some Karens ruin my fun, so I started digging into HOA law. Turns out the state code had rules of its own. Homeowners have to be notified about HOAs before closing a sale, and rules must be served within 45 days of purchase, or else the HOA doesn't have a legal leg to stand on. I called my realtor. She dug up the paperwork. We hadn't been notified for over 90 days. Even better, she found out there was no active HOA for our half of the neighborhood. Peterson had never completed the registration after a town split. Legally, he had as much authority as my cat. With proof in hand, I shared the news with the neighbor across the street, the one Peterson hated almost as much as me. The plan was simple. We would both put our houses up for sale. If Peterson tried to pull the same stunt with me, I would use his own weapon against him. Then I waited. One day, I got a call from a real estate agent. It was Peterson. He wanted to buy my house. I told him I appreciated the offer, but I wasn't interested in selling to him. That's when he dropped the bomb. He wanted to buy both my houses. He told me he'd been eyeing my place since I moved in, but his wife had talked him out of it. Now that I was going through a divorce, he thought I'd be an easy target. He offered me a price way above market value. It was tempting, but I wasn't about to let him take advantage of me. Then he made another offer. He said he'd buy my house if I helped him get the other one. We could split the profits. At that point, I knew I had him where I wanted him. I agreed to sell him my house, but only if he agreed to buy the other one, too. He didn't have a choice. Once the deal was done, I sent him a copy of the state code. Then I sat back and watched him squirm. He tried to argue that the rules didn't apply because he was a long-time resident, but they do. What are you gonna do? Call the cops on me, I asked him. He couldn't do that because he didn't want to look like a bad guy. And besides, I had witnesses. He ended up backing down and eventually sold both houses at a loss. All I can say is this: don't mess with people who love a good legal battle. I walked away with enough money to buy a new house in a better neighborhood. One with an awesome HOA that actually enforces the rules. The end.